let's look at the internal world of Trump. So first we have out, it's really for him the height of the emotional time. Okay, all this stuff being served up now. You know, he's just wishing, you know, they're dredging up all this stuff from the past. They're looking at his stuff, not just now, not just the Russia, but they're looking at this stuff from long ago as well. You know, all of the dealings, where he's been involved with, where he's put the energy out for years, the connections he's made along the way. Oh, yeah. And all his dirty dealings, you know, he knows the stuff he's tried to get away with, but they're looking into all of those things. You know, all the things he's tried to steal away with for years. Yeah, he's just wishing he could get in a boat and get out of here. Smooth sailing just right through. I just, you know, don't want to deal with it because I want to, you know, he's thinking, I just want my comfortable life. I just want, you know, all the things I've gotten. The life that, yeah, and be able to continue forward, putting into place more and more revenue, more and more deals, more and more things. Yeah, I want to grow my currency, okay? I want to continue to grow my currency, get more deals out there. But yeah, no, this stuff is coming back to haunt me. He's finding it harder and harder to do his deals, and it's, you know, at night he's sitting there, you know, really worrying about what's coming down the pike. He's finding it, yeah, harder and harder to disarm them. You know, he's done so many dirty deals for so much time. But now, look at that face, yeah. Not happy. I'm just looking for any means, any method to disarm. Yeah, so that I can continue to, you know, wheel and deal. Do the wheel and deal. Yeah, I got, look at there, I got a nice flower for you. I'm making these connections. Wheel and deal, the con man ever. You know. And looking back at, you know, they're watching what I'm doing with these deals to Russia, these overseas deals. Okay. He's always now having to look over his shoulder for whatever he's doing. Okay. Oh yeah, he's got to put out more and more spin, more and more illusion, more and more drama. Daily, he needs to continue to put it out so he can have these temporary wins, you know, and look like he's above it. Okay. Emotionally temporary wins he's trying to put into place, but in trying to hold on to his money, his fortune, trying to hold tight to those things. Okay. Because, yeah, this chariot is moving, and it's moving fast. And all he sees is these women, the people of power, coming after him. And he's thinking, how can I make this go away? How can I, you know, the card of make it happen, the magician, what kind of trick can I do this time to get out of this? What kind of thing can I pull? He's looking at every dark avenue he can look at to try to figure out another magician's trick of illusion to try to get out of it. Yeah. Yeah, Page of Coins. Trying to look at a new way to look at it. What kind of new thing can I bring in? Because, yeah, Mueller and, you know, the hierarchy is on my tail. Okay, they're on my tail. Yeah, and I'm really having to be there and defend and get my people to defend me. Yeah, there he is. He's got all the people around him trying to do battle for him. His base, the Republican. That reminds me of the Republican ones he's got in the pocket. He stands here and say, you guys fight my battle. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to call it fake news, and you guys get in there and get in the trenches. Because, again, he's still looking at ways that he can, how can I make more money? How can I do that? You know, who do I need to pay off? Or what do I need to quid pro quo? More quid pro quo. Who can I draw into my net and say, I'm going to give you this and give you that, and then, you know, in order to keep my position. In order to keep my position. What do I need to offer the little people so I can keep my position? Okay. And there we have it in the mind of the Trump Meister. Okay. Yeah, I need to try to hold the line, because right now I just wish I could run away. He's wishing he could just leave and all this stuff would go away. Because it's not going to go away. Wishing he could leave. Yeah, because now it's coming after his family. It's coming after his family. And yeah, he's having to defend more and more and more daily. And you know, they're going to call his kids in. He's going to call his kids in. Eric, Ivanka, Don Jr., and they're all going to have to be there in a position of defending, and none of them are happy about that at all. None of them are happy about being in that position at all. Yeah, it's shining light on it, and they just want to go back to the happy times. We know when they were happy little campers, they had nothing to worry about. They were living the high life. Okay? They had it all. Before he got the presidency and thought, oh, that's a good way to promote his agenda, promote himself. Yeah. Yeah. That now they're having to be a little more temperate because they're looking at everything. They're watching them all with a fine-tooth comb. So they're kind of having to pull back, lay low. Okay. Yeah, because the Empress, you know, they're looking at the values of the United States against what they're doing. So they're having to try to cool their jets at the moment because their deeds are uncovered and people want the values of the United States, not the values of Trump, because he has no values, okay? Yeah. Rapidly coming to them is karma, the wheel on its way, and the end to his empire. There you have it. So, you know, it's like he's doing all he can to run as fast as he can to try to figure a way around this. Because he sees, you know, now he not only is he having to defend it, he's got all the Republican GOP back there having to fight his battles. The kids are stepping up and going to have to try to fight and defend the battles. But it's a losing battle. Okay? People of the U.S. don't want the con stuff. They want to go back to our values, what we had as a country. And so they're under more and more scrutiny every day. It's like, oh, we need to toe the line. We can't, you know, they're looking at us with a magnifying glass. It's like they're, you know. And he's wishing he could run away and get out of this. Wishing they could get out of this and run away. but they can't, and he knows it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. So you'll see, again, Trump, just like I said before, by the time they get done, they may be having to pull him out in a straitjacket, drooling on himself, because he just spent, what was it, 2.5 hours in a bitch session with the, what is it, C something, the Republican get-together. All he spent was 2.5 hours crying about how Mueller, how they're looking into everything and how horrible and what a witch hunt, and it's, you know, he's grabbing and hanging onto the flag and just, I mean, just losing his mind in there. So that was an interesting running read on what's going on with Trump. He's in the middle of meltdown, doing all he can to try to figure out a new way to spin it. You know, what magician's trick, but his magician's tricks are coming to an end. They're not as effective as they were now. Okay, he's looking, is there somebody I can pay off? Is there somebody I can, you know, to get me out of this mess? Because let's face it, his lawyers have not done a good job. And then he has to put in the attorney generals. And they're looking at this, you know, promising the world to, in the beginning to him. But then he's going, they're not following through. They're not giving me what they promised. You know, what the hell am I going to do now? Okay? So, yeah, Trump is finding that noose is getting tighter and tighter, and he's not as brilliant as he thinks he is, okay? Not as brilliant, the big deal maker, okay? He's nothing more than a con artist charlatan that's done everything like a mob boss, okay? And that's what's going to take him down. Mark my words, they're going to get him on RICO charges. A criminal enterprise that he's run from the day one. Money laundering. Okay, pressuring people. They've had him leaning on people like a mob boss. Threatening them. Fake contracts that he's put out with people and not honored any of them. He had a fake charity that he was drawing money from. A fake university where they had to wind up paying back money to people because they were making all these promises, none of which they followed through on. So yeah, Trump is really on the downward slide, and it's like he's in a, I just feel him like he's in the ocean. He's weighted down with with bricks tied to his ankles, and he's trying to do everything he can to keep his head above water, but he keeps getting pulled down. Okay. So he's in those throes of just trying to stay alive at this point. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Always interesting to do the running readings to see what's going on inside of a situation, how it's changing along the way. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.